And welcome back to MixTapers. I, as always, am your host, Punky Bruiser. Oh, enjoying some of these last days of summer. With me, as always, the one, the only, King of September himself, Dylan Willoughby. How we doing, handsome?
Well, it's day 27 and it's alright, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta
wash
wash that shirt. You've been wearing that shirt for 27 days straight now. 27 days. Same shirt, September. Hashtag
Going strong.
Same shirt, September. Dylan, take a bath.
I still shower.
Yeah, but you haven't washed the shirt, so it's got 27 stinky Dylans on it. But we're not here to talk about Dylan's inability to do laundry. MixTapers, we are honored to have joining us tonight all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma. MixTapers, kindly make some noise for Joey Duffy of Cliffdiver. How we doing?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Oh man, I am again. We're so happy to have you here, and I'm sorry about the Troubadour thing. I mean, 8 out of
guy.
how many? We got 3, 2. Oh, it is only 8. Fuck! You gave him all 8 numbers of Social Security number. I thought Social Security.
I thought there were 9.
Is there 9?
Whoops.
I thought it was. Oh wait, or is it 4, 3, and 4?
There's 9.
Oh yeah. I don't even know.
Okay, then I'm
my
good.
number.
I'm good.
My number is it's 055. My 555-5555. That's my Social Security number.
I think someone gave you a fake social. That doesn't sound right.
I don't know.
The doctors finessed you, dude.
My mom wrote it on a sticky note. That seems legit enough for me.
Yep.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Still have
you
the
know,
same sticky note.
that's fine. You know, I don't pay taxes. It's no big deal. You know, I work off the books. You know,
Say that
it's
on
fine.
there.
That's
I
why I
won't
go
tell
by.
anyone.
That's why I go by Punky Bruiser.
Smart.
Yeah. For the mixtapers that may not have been paying attention for the last few years, may not be familiar with our deep, deep love of Cliffdiver, tell us about yourself and tell us a little bit about the band.
I am one of the singers in Cliffdiver. There's 2 of us, me and Brianna Wright. There are 7 total members of our band. We are an alternative, ska-ish, emo-ish, pop-punk-ish rock band from Tulsa, and we love what we get to do.
You guys got you get all the members. I still think Troubadour was on to something when you guys were Slipknot. Honestly, I think you might be Corey Taylor. I've never seen you 2 in the same place at the same time, and you've got the same hair.
It's true. I didn't want to get into it, but I am the lead singer of Stone Sour. That is me, Corey Taylor.
I knew it.
I understand it now.
You don't need to bother. See, I mean, that's me.
You don't need to be.
That was on the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that is a.
Spider-Man 2, yep.
Spider-Man 2. That soundtrack is wild.
I think.
Oh, yeah, Vindicated, Heroes, like, it's a banger.
What has he got? Orchids is the other one. Was that ever like early single from them? That feels like forever, but forever but a home. When I'm feeling so alone inside my head. Is that Slipknot or Stone Sour? I don't even know.
What's Stone Sour?
Okay, I don't know the difference anymore.
Slipknot's more like pushing things into your eyes and bleeding out to the sounds of badness.
I felt the hate
like something
rise
about
up in
eating
me.
shit.
Get on your. I felt the hate rise up in me. Fuck, dude, it's been like 20 years since I sang that song.
That song's about menstruation.
That's.
If you asked me to name you 2 Slipknot songs right now, I couldn't do it. I could do Duality.
And Iowa, self-titled. Let's go with that.
And Iowa.
Just
Yeah.
start naming states and you'll get it
They
eventually.
did Freak on a Leash. They had
Oh,
Great
That's cool.
Stuff.
That's cool. Yep.
They had Bartender.
Yep, Bartender.
Yep, Bartender. They had
The song The Freshman. They did The Freshman.
Oh, they did The Freshman. They did
I do remember
Headstrong.
Deep cut.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a deep one.
That one was really unexpected
Diving
from
deep.
them. That was
It was really, really moving. That song.
really was, and they got they had that guest spot with Matt Dillon as well. Was on the track, and Bob Dylan's son.
Yep.
Matt Dillon, the
Yeah.
actor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they did that cameo. Because for like
Changes the way he spells his name so people wouldn't know.
Those who don't
crazy.
know,
Yeah,
members
there's only
of
one way to spell
Slipknot
Dylan.
were actually members of the Wallflowers. beforehand. Before they were in Slipknot, they were in the Wallflowers.
That's actually true. It's a Snapple fact.
It's a Snapple fact right there.
I
So
drink it every day.
I don't know how much of this I can believe as a non-Slipknot enjoyer. So, not that I don't like Slipknot. Everyone calm down. Calm down. They say I don't like Slipknot.
Relax.
Corey Taylor's going to tell you what he thinks about that on the internet. He's not going to be happy.
I'm not hardcore. Like, I mean, I like metalcore and stuff, but like something soft about that.
What you're telling me is that you're not 555. Which obviously clearly makes you not 666. So clearly you're not a heretic.
That's a Slipknot song, right?
That's a Slipknot, right? Yeah, there it is. There it is.
We're doing it, people. We're doing it.
We're going to get all the Slipknot jokes in that we can.
I'm going to slip them in there. Maybe not. I don't know.
You're going to slip them in there, you know? I think the whole thing is sick. Honestly, this whole joke, I think the whole thing is sick.
And scene.
Now, y'all have been busy. I mean, it's hard to shuffle between your responsibilities of Slipknot and Cliffdiver. But I want to talk about Cliffdiver because you know what? Every time you do an interview, it's only about Slipknot. And it's easy to get swept away in the Slipknot mania that's associated to the band. But let's reel it in. I want to get a little bit more grounded, and I want to talk about your most meaningful project, and I want to talk about Cliffdiver.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about that. So, you all started. Was it 2017?
2018.
18. I was close. I was close.
You were.
So tell me about the early days in OK and getting the band off the ground. Let's talk about the beginning. I want to go back.
Yeah. So before Cliffdiver was the thing. I wasn't in a band. I worked for a local radio station, and I was going to shows all the time, and I'd fallen in love with like the Tulsa music scene because we really do have one of the best scenes in the country. So many different bands, different genres, but one of the coolest things is everyone supports each other. And so I was going out and I was doing my own podcast called The Sound of Tulsa that was just all about all the different genres and music. So I was at 5-6 shows a week, just really trying to figure out what was going on. And I always wanted to be in a band. Like I had a band in high school. You know, I was in a band, a Deftones cover band in college for about a day and a half.
Pin for a second. First of all, name of the band in high school. What was the name of your first band?
Originally, when it was just me, it was Forgotten Tomorrow, which is a great name. And then my guitarist changed it when we became a full band to Abandoned Wakes. Like a band in Wakes, but Abandoned Wakes.
Oh, okay.
Abandoned Wakes.
It's a little much.
Forgotten Tomorrow
is way better.
That's the one.
Way better.
I agree.
Dylan,
Such a good name.
What was the name of your first band, Dylan?
Name of my first band?
Yeah, the first band you were ever in.
Last Ones Standing.
That's good.
Standing.
Yeah, LOS. That's all we did.
My first band that I was in was called American Riot. Yep.
American Riot. That's a good band name too.
Yeah, we were a little punk band, and we covered a lot of Rage Against the Machine. And imagine 15-year-old me, in my size 72-inch Jankos, Bullseye Parade. Oh,
really raging against it.
That's
my
great.
microphone explodes, shatter in the bone. I would take the hits like they in a bone. I get the fuck off the commode with the sure shot. Sure, I'll make the bodies drop. Dropping no copy, no cop of the co-op. Terror rage, trenching and question the first of that power gun. That 5-sided fist gun. Sorry, I got it.
There you go.
That's good. It's still there.
It's still there after all these years. So, first band, Forgotten Tomorrow, and then you were in a short-lived Deftones cover band. What was the name of that? Did you have a name? Was it Pink Maggot? Because that would be
I don't know.
Deftones cover.
So what happened was we were at a party for the theater department at the University of Arkansas in my sophomore year. And I'd already stopped going to classes at this point because, like, no one was making me. So I would rather just not. So I didn't. And I was at this party, and I'm just singing along with, like, the computer speakers that we were playing Pandora off of. And this guy goes, "Wow, man, you got a great voice." And I was like, "Yeah, and let me sing some songs for you." So drunk, desperately wanting to be noticed. That's why you go into theater in the first place. And he's like, I'm in a band, dude. You need to come be in this band. And I was like, all right, awesome. And so the song they played was My Own Summer, and I was like singing it a little bit. And so then I get to this band practice, and like I call my mom. I'm like, I'm quitting college, we're going on tour. Like, you don't even know, this is the thing. And we got like halfway through our first practice, and they were like, all right, let's hear your scream. And I was like, oh, I can't scream. And they were like, well, I mean, like, that's the whole thing. Like, you have to be able to scream. And I was like, oh, I don't know how. I tried, and it was really bad. And that was the end of my involvement with the band. One practice, and they both went, nah, dude. It's tragic.
Y'all in here,
heartbreaking.
Y'all in here sounding like Chino after being on the road for freaking 2 years. Oh,
just 20 years old, cannot scream, has no idea. I saw the picture of me from that one band practice, just like goatee, shaggy hair, just trying my best, man.
That's all
trying my best.
That's all we can do. So obviously, that's what got you into Slipknot was your Deftones covers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean that totally makes sense for the time.
They saw or heard a rumor about that legendary practice and how good I was naturally. And
I heard that Stephen Carpenter quit the Deftones that day, and then he rejoined after you were kicked out of the band because he was worried about the heat that Pink Maggot was going to bring on them. That was actually
I think we had something.
I did some research really quick. The name of the band you were in was Pink Maggot.
It was something really stupid and artsy, if I remember correctly. Some like it was like some long like name from the Bhagavad Gita, and so it was just like kids with their heads up their asses, writing songs about the power of love and sex, of course.
Can't forget the sex.
Can't forget.
That's what sells, right?
What year was this?
This was 2007.
Oh, okay. So yeah, right when I was in college too. All right. So you're like self-titled Deftones coming in. Yeah, Dylan was a baby. He was a baby.
I was actually starting Last One Standing in that time period, 14, playing bass through a karaoke machine because I didn't have an amp yet.
You got to do what you got to do. I did karaoke for years before joining Cliffdiver because that was that was my outlet. Like I just wanted to sing. I liked to sing. I liked to be in front of people. I liked to entertain, and
it helps get you comfortable singing in front of people.
What is your first choice? Packed house, karaoke bar. What are you picking for your first song?
Probably Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. That's my signature.
Wasn't expecting a Disney cut right there. That's great.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I like to get weird with it. Maybe Eminem, Lose Yourself, if I'm really feeling extra hype that day.
Do them back to back.
Yeah, sometimes. Usually start off with Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. Warm it up, get the crowd warmed up.
I get that low cash sound.
I hear the train a-comin'. Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Well, I was gonna start getting that roll for you there. I was like, all right, I can start ham boning on my chest.
That was good.
That was, I got excited. I'd say I'm a horrible vocalist, but when I was I'd drinking a bit, I'd get on the mic. My go-to, and I would decimate it, would be Faith No More's cover of the Commodores Sunday morning, easy. But usually it's one of those songs you can get a bunch of people to come up there and sing it with you, and then it masks how shitty I would be. I know what Dylan's picking, and it's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, not necessarily. I don't
shut up! You're wearing your September shirt.
I go with Possum Kingdom is often my karaoke.
Oh, Toadies, very nice.
Yeah,
he does Radioactive from Imagine Dragons. You're a fucking liar.
I don't even know which one.
Listen. When that first album came out, I saw them in concert, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
I've heard the sound, live lights, the present, everything that they do. Like, I might make jokes, but I hear they are phenomenal.
Yep,
live.
Do I like Imagine Dragons? No.
But I mean, put on a good show.
Not since they put out Thunder and just said Thunder 85 times, and America was like, he likes Thunder! Thunder! I also like Thunder! Let's give them all the awards!
Look at some of the shit that America likes and some of the things that America votes for. So it doesn't really show that we have a really good pulse on what's going on or what's best for us.
No, we do not.
Hey, listen, it's catchy. It's catchy. No disrespect.
No, there's no hate on Imagine Dragons here. Like what you like, we approve of most bands here, except for Trap.
Listen, my son listens to Imagine Dragons in the car with his mom, which I don't know about. And so I wake up one morning and he's doing the drum beat from that Believer song on his keyboard in his room, and I come awake slowly and I'm like, no. And then I realize what it was. I'm like, oh. I was equal parts pumped that he was in his room making music, but then when I heard what he was doing, I was like, please, I've shown you such better songs.
Now, oh man, we've been all over the place, but I'd be remiss if we haven't talked about what is going on. So we talked about how y'all, kind of got together here a little bit, and but y'all have been fucking crushing it really since the pandemic. You worked really hard to put out some unbelievable music. You dropped Exercise Your Demons in the midst of all the chaos, and been putting out videos for it and been touring relentlessly on it. You guys are some serious road dogs out there putting in some miles.
Oh yeah, we did. I think a little over 9,500 in June or July. So we went. We went from Oklahoma to Florida to Toronto, Montreal, down to Texas, then over to LA and back, and it was a trek. It was a trek for sure.
Well, it's for Sad Summer, right?
Yeah, we were doing Sad Summer, and then we did we basically did 3 tours in one this summer. We did Sad Summer Fest. We did 7 of those dates, and then we did our own headliner tour up in the Northeast with our friends in Michael Cera Palin and Carpool. And then we did Hot Mulligan dates in between the Sad Summer dates. And so we got to finish the summer doing 3 sold out, Hot Mulligan shows basically. And it was insane. It was such a good month of because we almost died in May, right? So we almost got in this.
Everything that happened with Tyler.
Yeah. And so just be able to get back out there and put in some positive miles and really see that people were starting to there was a pivot happening, and people were starting to actually come to our headliner shows that knew all the words to every song, not just, IKEA or whatever. And people were starting to really invest back. And it was just super cool. It was such a relief to say, okay, this is worth it. There's a reason that we are here, and there's a reason that we do what we do. And we got to play some awesome shows and, really try and help some people, which is at the core why we do what we do, is to try and offer some hope and joy and tell people to hold on, because shit is dark these days, and people need some silliness and some joy and just somebody to look them in the eyes and go, shit sucks, but we're gonna keep going because screw them. We will continue to exist out of spite if we have to, but eventually I think we can get to a place where we can exist out of joy. But it's hard. It's uncertain times and unprecedented times that just keep going.
Crazier.
So
it
people
really
just people need hugs. People need to be told that they're worthy of love, and that's what we love to do.
And it's so felt throughout your entire set. And honestly, from listening to y'all, to be able to see that live and feel that earnestness, that honesty that's connected to your music, it's what's made me such a massive, massive fan. And even the time we spent, post show, it seriously, it made my whole Christmas season. It was a beautiful night. We have footage of that amazing night on our YouTube channel of Keep Flying and Yourself sets on there. Beautiful 4K.
It's a great night.
It was a fantastic night, and many, many to be had ahead of us. And I know that you guys are about to be hitting the road in a couple of weeks here, starting October 12th. you got a new tour happening, don't you?
Yeah, our friends in Sincere Engineer, we've crossed like ships in the night so many times with them. Like we played Riot Fest the same day, and we got to like briefly meet them and when we were eating lunch and just told them we were big fans. And then they opened other dates of Riot Fest we weren't on, so it was a couple days into their Riot Fest, or into not Riot Fest, Sad Summer Fest, into their Sad Summer dates where we started messaging back and forth like they messaged us, and we were like, oh my gosh. All right, we should just ask if they want to play some shows. Let's just do it. And so we're super, super excited. They are such a good band. They're putting out a new album, and it's their first headliner ever. So, I mean, just the fact that we get to, play shows all over the East Coast and then some shows out West, it's going to be awesome. And we're going to be doing some dates in between because we can't play enough shows. We have to play all the shows. But we haven't announced those yet, but they're going to be pretty awesome. Really exciting. Some bands that we're talking to about visiting some cities we've never been to before. So, it's going to be a good way to wind down this kind of record cycle and, finish hitting a bunch of cities we haven't been to and really just go out and play this set as it is for the last time, kind of.
Before
it's bittersweet, but
new material.
We're writing right now. Yeah, we're going to the studio. Yeah, we're going to the studio in at some point next year, early next year, with somebody I can't tell you, but is very exciting. Who we're recording with. It's going to be a whole different thing, whole different sound, really. We're just trying to write songs that are more fun for us to play live and songs that are easier for us to play live. Because after we did all these dates, we're like, bro, why did we write such hard vocal parts? Because we were showing off. It was our first record, and Bree and I wanted to show off. And now we're suffering those consequences as we try and like play some of them live. We're like, all right, we got to drop the key a couple times. Boys, you just got to figure it out. That's your job. Figure it out.
Well, you got 5 other people behind y'all to be able to help balance that out. So definitely.
I mean, we're lucky that the guys are some of the best musicians out there. I mean, each one of them brings their own energy and ability that really, like, there is no Cliffdiver without the 7 of us, because that is what brings that energy that gets people, kind of caught off guard when we start talking about suicide or something. They're like, oh, I was just this guy's his shirt off, and we're all just kind of, it's awesome. So we're really excited to write this together from the beginning. Last one we kind of pieced together running out of time as we were adding members and things like that. So we're really excited just to see what we can do and write, 12 songs or something like that.
That's awesome. We're definitely super excited.
Excited.
We'll patiently be waiting for the next release, but we're patient around here, and we know good things come to those who wait. So
it'll probably be pretty decent, I hope. That's my hope, is that it'll be fun and different, and allow us to do this for another 20 years.
Well, that's the thing. If you're out there, you're with your best friends, you're doing what you love. That's the most important thing. And obviously, clearly, you love being on the road. You love connecting with new friends out there, making music. And honestly, for those who don't know about Cliffdiver, you're in for a real treat tonight. We're gonna do a deep dive on some of our favorite songs and videos, and you definitely want to jump in on this train, because the positivity that comes from y'all is honestly. It's been a hard couple years for myself behind the scenes, and you guys have really been a soundtrack to helping maintain my personal health. So as somebody who's earnestly connected to your music on a deeper level, it's meant the world to me. So to be able to sit here and share this moment together, it's a beautiful one, and we really appreciate it, because it's
I appreciate that.
It's been hard, and like we said, mental health is an important issue to talk about, especially in men's circles. Something that we don't often do, so to be able to have an open conversation about how we're actually feeling and how the weight of the world, and not just manning it down and stuffing it down. It's important, because that shit bottles up, and you got to find an outlet. You got to find that positivity. Yes. And I swear, for those who might be in kind of a comparable spot where I've been, you want to go and find yourself and go to a show like this because it's so cathartic and it's such a release, and no bullshit, no smoke blowing here. You will thank me for the experience after. And I think it's one that people should they should jump in on, because you guys have really, it's been a positive motivator. You've been gassing us up, so let me gas you up for a second here to use your own words against you. You know,
hey, I appreciate that.
You know, you've been gassing me up, and it's been the soundtrack to my morning to start off to a better day and to keep myself in positive thought circles as I'm working on myself to taking positive steps forward. And it's not easy, but sometimes a good song from the right place will keep you in the right way. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and knowing that there's more of that coming in the future. That it's hope, it's positivity, and that's what we all need more than anything right now.
It's funny you said soundtrack, and that's kind of our intention with writing this album is let's make songs that people can use as a soundtrack for their day. So here's a song when you feel like giving up. Here's a song when you need that extra kick in your butt. Here's that song about, quitting drinking. Here are your songs for us to help. Like, we just want to be there with you and be part of your day whenever you feel like giving up, knowing that other people feel the same way and that you're not alone and you're not worse than everyone else, and you're not this freak that if only people knew how bad I am. Like, everyone feels that way. And so for us to be able to kind of come alongside people and say, hey, it's okay. We want to be that band that we would have needed at 16. When all our favorite bands were like, kill yourself. And I was like, hell yeah, dog, I'm going to do it. Just you wait. I'm going to do it.
All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. Come on.
Right. That's what we want to do. We want to be a band that can tell people that things are going to be okay. Even if they're not, we choose to accept it. It's that life of pie thing. Like, what story would you rather believe? If you get to write your own narrative, then why choose one where you lose, where you're this evil thing? Like, if you don't like the way you've been, then change. You're allowed to, no matter how old you are. Like, I'm 36 and, just put out my first album, like, and I'm doing it. Like, do my knees hurt? Yeah, they do. On tour all the time. Yeah, absolutely. But is it also like the greatest joy I've ever found? Yeah. But I couldn't be where I am now until I stopped and embraced who I'd been and embraced the pain that boy had to go through and really sit with it and say, man, I don't want to keep repeating this. I don't want to keep repeating this. And that's like why I quit drinking. It was right after the album came out. Right after we finished recording it, I remember saying to someone, I was like, man, how many songs can I write about having a drinking problem before I actually have to like address my drinking problem? So it does the same for us. Like, we're able to, when people connect, it's saying that we're not so alone, and our brains tell us that all the time. So it's I really appreciate your words. They mean a lot to me. It is hard. It's a hard thing that we do, especially all of us being in our 30s. It's like, our other friends are investing in their retirement plans, and we're like, we just spent $30,000 on a couple songs. I hope one day I can, own my car outright.
But these are the choices that we make, to pursue our art and the things that we do and the sacrifices you make. Well, like, other people are investing in different things. This is an investment in your own way for your own sanity, your peace of mind, because it's for those of us that are creative, that it doesn't matter if you're doing it in a public forum or not. If you feel like you're not being your true self, you're stifling that voice. So to have that outlet in any form, even if it's you doodling in a notebook at work, or you're painting something for a gallery, or you're writing a poem, or you're cooking a beautiful meal. These are all beautiful outlets of positivity where you get to express yourself. And
Absolutely.
In this crazy world, having that outlet, it's crucial. You're absolutely right, Dylan. It's absolutely crucial.
Cliffdiver saved my life. Before the band, I really was aimless. I was like drowning. And then I found a way to express myself and to be surrounded by people who wanted to express themselves. And that was transformative. And so I know things can get better because they have gotten better, because I was in rehab when my kid was born. you know, and like to where I am now, I know things can get better. It's not just an idea. It's there's proof. And so I want to tell as many people as I can, like, just hold on. And if an idiot like me can figure it out, even in the littlest bit, then I like your chances. So
that's what it is. You got to take that investment into yourself, believe in yourself, and break the cycle. It can be done. We got to put in the work. You know, that's the big thing. You know, we got to put in the work and have that real conversation with yourself, because otherwise you're going to live in regret. And then if you don't get to explore the thing that you wanted to do and be the person that you want to be, then truly that's not a life that is feeling like living at all. You know? That's
what I'd say to myself when I had to quit a job to record our second EP, and it was just like, I don't want to be the guy who was 45 at the bar going, man, you should have heard our band a decade ago. We ran this place. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I've seen that guy. I don't want to be sitting around going, if only we had, we just didn't invest. We didn't do the thing. We didn't sacrifice. Like, we didn't sign the thing. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy who says, you know what? No matter how it shapes out or works out, I've given it everything. I've given it my best, and that's enough. And if it ends tomorrow, it's good.
You know you gave it your absolute earnest try. And it's visible. That's the important thing. So whatever it is out there that might be that thing that quietly drives you, maybe it's outspoken and you're doing it, do it 1,000%. Figure out that way, because honestly, this life is too short to not pursue the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Darn right.
Just gotta believe in yourself.
You gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah.
What a beautiful way to wrap up this wild ride that we've had tonight. I want to thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Of course.
Mixtapers, please make some noise. Featured guest of the week, Joey Duffy of Cliffdiver.
We love you. We'll see y'all soon.
We love you. Mixtapers, sit tight. We're going to do our usual deep dive. Oh, if you didn't know about Cliffdiver, y'all
we're cliff diving deep, baby.
Also, go to therapy. Therapy's important. There's no shame in therapy, and if you can't make your own serotonin or dopamine, then store-bought's fine. Men, talk about your feelings. It's okay not to be okay. You're valid just as you are. So,
absolute truth.
Trans rights, human rights, all that kind of jazz.
Yes,
you know, we out here. We out here.
Love. We out of here.
Love is love, baby.
We'll be back, Mixtapers.